Estimates made in 2015 by the African Development Bank show the continent needs $100 billion annually to maintain its current infrastructure. But Africa has only managed to invest a little more than $74 billion yearly. This financing deficit needs to be addressed urgently.
Think about it, we lend about 7 billion per year overall in units of account, so that's about $10 billion overall for the whole agenda, which includes infrastructure as a subset of that. Knowing that you've got 100 billion needs per year, and we are one of the bigger players on the continent alongside the World Bank and a lot of other technical partners, you can imagine that the deficit is big. So also part of it we consider also should be funded locally.
Participants at this meeting in Abidjan are alarmed by the challenge that face the continent in its endeavor to scale up infrastructure development.
Our continent, Africa, is facing some major challenges in terms of infrastructure development, including the lack of capacity and funding for project preparation, the lack of project financing and involvement of private sector.
Africa has set an ambitious target to achieve uniform development in key areas, which include transport, energy and water supply by 2040. But with enormous funding gap, is this a realistic target?
Definitely there is hope. There is even, as I was mentioning earlier, there's a lot of infrastructure funds that have been put together. The Africa 50 has been put together, which is driven mainly by governments, but it's also going to have a lot of private sector funders. There's a real strong undercurrent of willingness locally as well, of African investors to join part in the funding of our infrastructure. So there is definitely hope.
Africa has set a clear target on filling the infrastructure gap. But to achieve this, private sector involvement must increase from the current 4%. But only when inefficiencies that delay return of investment are addressed will funding the goal be appealing. Girum Chala, CCTV, Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire.